Hi everyone, Ashley and Joel here with Ashley's Photography.
Today we're going to show you how to do high dynamic range or HDR photography, and we're going to put it together in Photoshop.
You can do HDRs for fun, but it can also come in handy if you're doing things like real estate photography. You are going to want to put your camera on a tripod so it does not move. Go ahead and put your camera in manual mode and put your lens on manual focus and focus on your subject. Set your white balance to manual as well so the camera does not change the settings between the photos. I put my ISO at 200 so there's not a lot of noise in the image. First you want to have your image at a proper exposure. Make sure to get your camera meter on or as close to plus or minus 0 as possible. After that you're going to want to start capturing the HDR. For this image I went to +2 and then I did +1 and so on until I got all the photos I needed. For this image we thought 5 photos was great. You might need more or less depending on the subject you're photographing. Now I'm going to show you exactly what I did and how each individual image looks. After I put my camera meter to plus or minus 0, I changed my shutter. I'm only changing the shutter, nothing else, and put my camera to +2. And that's what this image looks like. Then I put my camera meter to +1, and here's what that image looks like. Then I put it back to where I started on plus or minus 0, and here's what that image looks like. Then I put it to -1, and here's what that image looks like. The last image I took was at -2, and here's what that image looks like. We are going to take all these photos home and put them together in Photoshop to create one final photo.
You want to go to File, Automate, Merge to HDR Pro. Then Browse, find the files that you want to merge together and select them. My tripod wasn't terribly sturdy, so I'm making sure I have align source images checked. And then it'll put them all together. This is Photoshop CS5, but I believe it works the same in several versions of Photoshop. Now you can tweak it. It's a little darker than I like, so I'm going to boost the exposure and maybe a little of the details. And I'm going to drop the shadows and highlights so they're not quite as bright. Maybe up a little vibrance so you see the extra green in the trees. Okay. The screen capture makes the sky look a little funny, but I'll show you the real photo in a second. And there's the merged image, but I don't totally love it, so I'm going to tweak it a little bit. I'm going to change the levels. Highlights in the shadows. Maybe the midtones a little bit. And that looks good. So save it where you want to, and we're done.
We hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. We definitely enjoyed sharing with you. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them down below because we love hearing from you. We would love to see your photos. Please feel free to share them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter using the hashtag AEHDR. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate you being here. And if you're already subscribed, we really appreciate it. And if you're not, please take a second to subscribe so you don't miss future videos. And we will see you again soon in our next video. Thank you again for watching and have a wonderful night, everyone. Bye.